Hello, you guys, and good morning. Good morning. Look, you guys are already in here. I love it. I just ran out of breath. I just ran upstairs from my hair tie. Oh, Nicole says can't watch the live, but thank you so much. I enjoyed it. Do you think it's bad that I sometimes romanticize men I'm attracted to? How do I stop obsessing? Wow, what a great question. And I'll answer your question. And MV, be well healing. Hello, everyone who's hopping on. Comment in the comment section. Say good morning, where you're from. I would love to know. My crazy hair, I just took a shower. But I didn't wash it. I'm still not washing my hair. I think I'm like 3 weeks in, you guys. What? So we've completed the challenge. I would love to know how you feel you did. You know, was it hard? Was it easy? Was it emotional? Was it fun? Was it expansive? Was it scary? I would love to know how you did. And to answer Nicole's question, so what do you mean romanticizing? Like you're kind of fantasizing, like you're thinking about them, like you're thinking about your future with them? Like, are you doing it for multiple men or one specific man? Good morning, Tanja. Hello, Victoria. So I'm so proud of you ladies for your commitment to this challenge and for showing up, for leaning in. I know that I challenged you guys. And from New York, so awesome. And I want to acknowledge you for leaning in and for doing this challenge to kickstart your dating life and for taking that radical responsibility. And I know that for some of you, for a lot of you, you know, sometimes you felt silly or you felt dumb or, you know, you had all these judgments come up or you felt scared or you were nervous and you leaned in and you did it anyways. And that's what I want to continue to support you in, is continuing to show up and be the woman who's available and a match for the love life that she deeply desires, for the man that she deeply desires. Because the thing is, your man is present, right? Your man is here now. And I see this happen time and time again as we do the work and as we allow ourselves to be available and we send the subconscious cues that, hey, we're open, we're available, like, come talk to me. Your dating life and your love life unfolds into your wildest dreams, right? And what happened when we only dread dating and we only don't like dating and it's tiring and we put it off when we're not really tied to the vision of what we truly want, or if we don't truly believe it's possible for us. So my encouragement for you is to really continue to connect to that vision and continue to feel into what it's like to be with him and continue to trust. That's a big key part of dating, because dating is a total faith walk, right? You're flirting, you're putting yourself out there, you're sprinkling your magic dust, and you're saying, hey, I'm trusting that in this process, I'm going to meet a man who's great for me. And I don't know how or when, and I don't need to know the how, and I don't need to know when. That's not my job. My only job is to show up, flirt, right? Send the subconscious cues that I'm open and available, graciously receive dates, and trust that the right man will court you and continue to court you. Okay? So I want to share that with you guys for you to hold it like a present in your heart. And also, there's a challenge winner who won the Unlock His Devotion course, which is a course that teaches all about commitment and inspiring commitment and devotion, and it also helps a lot with online dating. So I give you the exact phrases, to say, how to text, how to move from dating to the phone. I give you all of these. It's like a copy and paste, like, done for you course to support you. And I also teach you how to show up authentically in the online dating world and on your dates in that course. So we have a winner for that. It's a $2,000 valued course, and I'm excited to give it away today. I have the winner in my phone. Caitlin's generating them for me. And it's right here. Winner for before. Okay. So let me answer some of your questions. And hello, everyone hopping on. Please comment where you're from. Say hi if you're from New York. Macedonia, did I say that right? In Ventura, Be Well Healing's here today. And says, hi, Rebecca, thank you for this challenge and the most uplifting, beautiful energy that you and Chelsea inspired us. You are so welcome. You're so welcome, love. And she says, how do you not get trapped in ego wants for X, I want a partner that can take care of us financially. Not all of it, but just a feeling that I'm taking care of. My intention is clear, but I have shame. Thank you for sharing that. And thank you for also saying that you have shame, because shame is something that's not always talked about, and it exists. It's rampant actually in our world. My favorite author on shame is Brené Brown. I'm sure some of you are familiar with her. She's amazing. She talks all about shame. So when it comes to shame and the feelings, right? Let me hide the comments so that you can see me point at my body. We have these different energy centers, right? And we have our security center, our power center, and we can have stuck emotions that reside in the body. And then what happens is the feeling sends a thought, and then the thought sends a feeling, and vice versa. So it's like this loop that we can get caught in. So it's really important to, something keeps going off over there. It's really important to catch the loop, right? So you want to catch the loop and have the cues of when you're in it. So when you feel shame, what are the sensations, right? What are the sensations? Is it a tightness? Is it, and to not be afraid of it, right? So to not be afraid of it, to actually allow yourself to go into it, right? To go into it and to breathe through it. So bringing awareness and breath to that area to liberate that energy, and then taking your mind to a safe place, right? Where you feel protected, where you feel taken care of. And what happens is in doing this, right, we're actually releasing the energy. This is called somatic healing, okay? I've learned it recently. It's been really powerful, really powerful. So with that being said, I wouldn't, I know that you're desiring a partner who is financially supportive, where you feel taken care of, right? You feel protected. So I can just say that that's a beautiful desire, and there's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with it. I totally understand wanting to be with an established man, or a man who, really is in his masculine, is a protector and a provider. So to have shame around that, there's maybe some lie that you're telling yourself, or that you're separate, you're not worthy of it, right? And that shame can be what's creating that unworthiness. And then when it comes up, we could feel uncomfortable in it. I could share with you guys, even me renting this 3-story house for myself, just for myself, because it's beautiful. I was like, oh my gosh, I had some of that where I'm like, do I do it? Do I do it? I'm like, Rebecca, just do it. And that some feelings might come up of worthiness, and just breathe through it. And that's exactly what actually ended up happening. And I'm so grateful, right? So I share this with you guys because I don't want the shame or the unworthiness feelings for you to feel like the external environment or the other things are what's causing them. When they come up, just say, whoa, I'm something happened that's having me feel threatened. It's signaling a threat. I know I'm safe. So let me just breathe through this and come back to the present moment, come back to what is, come back to reality. Because when I come back to this present moment, when I come back to reality, that is where I can create from. So it's this consistent intention to breathe through any trauma, to breathe through any shame so that it can be liberated, and to come into the present moment, because that's where you can be a powerful creator, okay? I hope that made a difference for you. If you guys have any other questions on it, please ask. There's all these, okay, she said, thank you, that was great. Statistics Inc. says, hi, ladies. Jillian's in San Diego. Emily says hello. Melanie's here from Switzerland. Oh, wow, such a beautiful way about such feelings. Thank you for sharing. You are so welcome. From Ukraine, oh my gosh, it's snowing in Ukraine, how rad. So let me see. Tanja has a question, and this is for you guys. I'm just here to give to you and to support you and to celebrate the challenge with you guys. Just to continue to celebrate you is so awesome. It's so awesome. I know that it's exciting, because I know you're also opening the doorway not only to an incredible love, but to an incredible life. Because in doing this work, in moving through your comfort zone, in cultivating new awareness, right? It's like a whole new world starts to unfold for you, a whole new ways of being, because you guys all have confidence, right? Power, aliveness, kindness, generosity, intelligence. You all have This all exists, and you're allowing yourself to access that with bravery over and over and over again to start, and you'll see it unfold all over your life, which is so cool. So I love this work so much. She says, okay, let's see. How do you send signs to a man to approach you? There's a man, we follow each other and seems like high quality, and I feel like he has everything I've ever wanted, and I've never been that attracted to someone. Ooh. She said, so I'm afraid to approach him because he seems serious in his choices, and I think the competition is too huge in there. So I don't want to be like chasing him too. I've never seen him in live, but I trust my intuition for everything. Don't laugh at. Okay, you said don't laugh at me for this, then you have a laughing emoji. So, okay, with this is great. So as women, right, we can perceive competition. There may be real competition, and we can also perceive competition, because back in the day, when our ancestors were looking to survive on planet Earth. Look at this. How do I do this, you guys? Anyone in here a hairstylist? Can you just like come over? Back in the day, what would happen? You wanted the one. You wanted a protector, a provider to have kids with, to provide for your offspring so that you could survive, right? So we created actually jealousy. Jealousy is a strategy that we learned from our ancestors, to be mindful of competition or to be mindful of betrayal, to avoid potential harm, to avoid being kicked out of the tribe, to avoid, to basically to survive. So I know I'm going deeper, and I'm talking about jealousy, and I'm talking about betrayal, I'm talking about all these things. So we can still kind of have that mindset of feeling threatened, or feeling like, okay, maybe that's not a safe choice, right? So just know that when we're noticing and we're witnessing and we're experiencing competition, we are in our reptilian brain, right? We are in our survival mindset. So then you just want to pause and come back to the question, like, what would it be like? What does it feel like to trust that I am worthy of an attractive man? However you want to describe this man, what would it be like to trust that I am available and worthy of boom? And the reason I want you to ask that question, Tanja, is because now we're having your brain and your heart start to open up into that possibility, and to stop focusing on why you can't have it and all the competition and the reptilian survival closed off box mindset. Okay, so we're going to pull you out of that with those questions. And if you guys like these questions, also you can, I talked about it yesterday. I don't know if all of you were in the live yesterday, but I have a course called Manifest Your Evolved Man. I know. It's the $2,000 valued course that I'm offering to you guys for $97 with a bunch of bonuses. And I ask you a lot of questions like this in the course. What would it be like? And I'm having you journal and do the work to open yourself up consistently to that man who not only you're attracted to, but who's also willing to do the work and come into his heart and be present and attentive and thoughtful with you. Okay? So I hope that made a difference. Let me look at your guys' comments and catch up, and I'll give you the link here too. We had several girls who signed up yesterday, which is so cool. And there's a bunch of accountability in the course as well. So if you like the challenge, it doesn't end. I continue to challenge you, okay? Oh, here, let me see. There you go. Okay. Leslie says, dear Rebecca, today's the first. Oh, you enrolled in the course. Dear Rebecca, today, first thing in the morning, enrolled on your course. Make sure, well, man, OMG, I'm so excited and nervous at the same time. First thing in tears today, all day. Yay! Everyone cheer Leslie on. It's so awesome, babe. It is so wonderful. And it's good, you guys. To be nervous is really good, because we're nervous because it's important to us, right? We're nervous because we care. We're nervous because this is like, oh my gosh, I'm finally making myself open and available to this. And so all these energies that have been with you that may have been stagnant are like, they're like coming alive. They're coming alive, and there's liberation of energy over and over again. So it's a really good sign. Thank you for sharing that, hun. Oh, yay, Victoria says, I signed up. So awesome, babe. Amazing. And then you also get into a community where Caitlin and I are going to be in there supporting you over the next month. So I highly recommend joining now because you're going to have our attention and support in that group all this month, solely for this month for right now, okay? So stay active, stay present, continue to do the work. Congrats, Victoria. I'm so happy to see you in there, babe. Melon, hi, honey. She says, I'm loving my new community, brave lady. So comforting to know I'm not alone with all these dad's questions. It's like a huge inner circle. Haha, virtual girls night out. And I went, yes. Oh my gosh. Okay. So can I make a special announcement that I actually have not announced yet to the community? I've only announced it to the girls in our programs. Oh, cool, because Annette signed up too. Awesome. Sophie says I'm gonna sign up. Yay. Actually, wait, I can't announce it yet, but I'm so excited to announce it. Just know that the virtual girl stuff, I've had so many women who have met through this course, and they'll study together, they'll go do the courses in libraries together, and it's so cool. So I'm like, I have to create more of that around the world. Where it's conscious. You guys are all in doing this work. You're saying, I'm taking radical responsibility for my life and for my love life. And I'm going to be in discovery, and I'm going to be curious, and I'm going to heal things that need to be healed. And I'm going to continue to show up and become the best version of myself to live a life that I'm in love with, to create heaven on earth, right? And so it's so neat when you have women who are doing this work who then come together. It's just one of the most powerful things. Like, my best friends have come from stuff like this, and I'm so grateful for them because I have other friends who I love dearly and they don't think the same. And it's so important to have people who are consistently upgrading in consciousness with you. It like makes the world go around. And our number one community, or number one value as women, is actually community, right? Okay, so let me answer any more questions you guys have. Please ask away. I'm here to support you. This is all for you. Dana says, it seems like I have the choice between the bad boy, not willing to commit, or the good guy who I don't feel attracted to at all. I can't force myself to sit. What's STH mean? Can't force myself to, feel it. Okay, feel it if I don't. What do I do? Good question. If you guys can relate to Diana, give us a 1. If you can relate to Diana, give us a 1. Because I totally get it. So what's happening right here is Diana's in an either or. I can't feel something if I don't. Okay, that's what she's saying. I can't. She's in an either or conversation. There's a bunch of ones who can relate to you. Nadia, Melanie. So when we're in an either or conversation, we're believing that we can only have, if we have this, we can't have this. If we have this, then we can't have this, right? So this is a really common one, right? It's either a bad boy who I'm attracted to, or it's a good guy who's boring, right? It's like we feel like we can't have what we really want. So I invite you to consider and open up your mind to the possibility and ask the question. And I'd actually love for you girls to answer it right here. What becomes available for me when here, let me rephrase it. I love doing this. And the reason I'm always asking you guys questions is because when I ask you the question and you write out the answer, you are going to remember it 10 million times more than me just telling you the answer. And that's what I want, because I want lasting change for you, okay? Going on with my hair here. What's happening? Okay, so what does it feel like to know, or what does it feel like to know and believe that I can be with a man who I'm attracted to, who I'm physically attracted to, and who's a good man? What does it feel like, sound like, and look like? What does it feel like, sound like, and look like to believe that I will be with a man, or I am with a man, right? We can bring it to present tense, and I'm with a man who is attractive, who I'm attracted to, and who's a good man. And I want you to sit with that question and type out what's coming up, because we're opening a new paradigm. We're opening a new timeline. We're shifting Diana into seeing that. Okay. And then one other piece that I want to speak into about this is, if we're attracted to the man who is there and then he's not there. He's there and he's not there. He's like elusive. He's never fully present, which I completely get. that was my experience prior to doing the work that I teach in the course, was I was always attracted to the guy who like wasn't totally available. Like he was like, he's, super hot, and he would, show up and be there. And then I kind of wouldn't hear from him for a while, and then I would hear from him again. And what's happening is this roller coaster. And the ego loves the roller coaster because the dopamine hits. And we're associating the dopamine with attraction, right? We're associating this with attraction when really it's the ego is addicted to the dopamine hits. Isn't that fascinating? So that's another thing that I want to touch on, because I also see it happen. And with that, you just want to be, number one, the awareness. Because awareness is the key to everything. It's like 50% of the work. So once you're aware of a pattern, it's like, good job, girl. So you bring awareness to it. You ask yourself the question that I just asked you, and allow yourself to be open to the good man who is present and attentive. And know that in that, some stuff may come up, and that's okay. It's an opportunity to move through it and breathe through it, and to be open and available, because this is that deep love. This is that deep, thoughtful, at-home, present love that I know almost every lady who comes into my world is desiring. So my goal is to help you with this. So if you're experiencing the ego roller coaster of attraction, and that's your history, have awareness around it, and choose to ask yourself the question, what would it be like and feel like to attract a man who's a good man and who I'm also attracted to? And then as that 10 out of 10 man comes in front of you, I see this happen all the time, where my ladies will they'll attract the 10 out of 10, and then they'll freak out, and they'll like put a sabotage a bunch away. I'm like, hey now, hang on, let's stop, right? They want to make him wrong or be attracted to him or anything. So just being mindful of these things is really helpful, because so to make it really black and white for you, you want to focus on two things in the dating process. Number one, is he a good man? Right? Is he a good man? And number two, what is my experience like with him? How is he treating me? Just ask yourself those two questions. So before you cut it off with a good man and decide you're not attracted to him, right? You want to stop and ask those questions. What is my experience like with him? And then come back to your vision. Did you want to have fun? Did you want to feel adored and be playful? And of course, yes, you have to also be physically attracted to him. Okay, so I hope that makes a difference for you guys. If you have more questions, please ask away. And thank you, Diana, for that question. It's a really common, really common thing that I see. So I'm sure you're supporting lots of ladies. Ivany says, I have a pattern of giving too much in relationships. What do you think of the give and take in relationships? Like how much to give? That's a really good question. I'm gonna take a sip of coffee. Okay. So, you guys, this is so good. It's like it's got coconut powder in it. So, if you have a habit of overgiving, here's what my homework assignment is for you, Ivany. And I want to do a whole course I want to build a whole course on this eventually, because women experience this so often. And if you can relate to Ivany, give us a 2 in the comments. And what's happening, if you catch yourself, if you're overgiving, if you're overscheduling, then there's a lack of boundaries in your life. And a lot of times we can have lack of boundaries from different fears, right? We overgive because we feel like if we don't, give enough, then we're not enough, then they might leave. Like it's actually there's a deeper fear that's causing the overgiving from a depleted place, right? Because the truth is, when we're really giving, when we're really genuinely giving, there's no such thing as giving too much, because if it's genuine, we're not anticipating anything in return, right? So 2, everyone can relate to you. Everyone can relate to you. So what you want to do is write this question down. And if you guys can relate to this, I highly recommend writing this question down and answering it in journaling tonight with tea or coffee, coffee, not tonight, or even this morning. And that is, where do I lose my energy? Where do I lose my energy? So I want you to look at where is it that you lose your energy, and make a huge list, Ivy. Because where you lose your energy is where you have a loose boundary, a weak boundary, a poor boundary. And hello, everyone hopping on. I see the more questions coming in. And I want you to look at that. Where do I lose my energy? And then you're identifying basically where all your loose boundaries are. And then you want to ask, what internal conversations are stopping me from creating a boundary here? Right? Like, what happens if I do create a boundary? What happens if I don't overgive? Right? Well, I'm afraid that they'll leave. I'm afraid that they'll abandon me. I'm afraid. You want to just get all of that out and just bring it into awareness, because the awareness is going to then help you transform it and move through it and stop overgiving. Okay? I hope that's helping you. And with that, then there's like 12 different questions that I take through in the boundaries class, but to keep it simple for right now. So you're looking at, where do I lose my energy, right? When you start to overgive in relationship. And then what stops me from creating a boundary, right? What's having me overgive, right? And then the third one that I'll have you turn the corner with is, what becomes available for me when I create healthy boundaries in these areas? What becomes available for me when I create healthy boundaries in these areas? And then you want to ask, what can these new specific boundaries be, and make them super tangible to help you, right? Like for me, one I had for a while was, I'm going in airplane mode for 2 hours a day. And see how specific that was, so that I actually could know whether I did it or not. It wasn't super broad. So if you need to, the replay is going to be up, Ivany. So if you need to watch this again to write the questions down, I want you to do that, okay? And then come into the Facebook group and share what opened up for you and answering those for yourself. So Darna's back. Okay, so I hear you, Darna. Should I focus on manifesting back? I answered that question. She's asking, should I focus on manifesting him back, her ex, or work on attracting a partner? So I answered that for you yesterday in the live. And that is, when it comes to manifesting, you guys do not focus on a specific person, because that's about control. That's control and manipulation and wanting to know the how. So what you want to do is focus on manifesting the experience. What does it feel like? And if there's things about a certain person you like, identify what those things are. Okay, he's fun, he's witty, he's smart, he's a go-getter. Identify what those things are, right? And then bring those cultivate those feelings as you're focusing on what you do want to attract, okay? So Sophia's answering the question. Okay, this is good. Victoria says, I stopped overgiving because I gave too much in the past. Now I feel like it holds me back because I keep walls up. Okay, this is great. So this is really common too, because what happens is, if we're overgiving and then all of a sudden we realize what we're doing, we can swing hard the other way, and then we have rigid boundaries. So there's loose, I'm like, which way? I'm like backwards. There's loose and there's rigid boundaries. So that what you want to ask, so if we have rigid boundaries, what's happening is we're actually trying to create as much space between us and someone else as possible. So you want to ask yourself the question, Victoria, when is it that my walls come up? When is it that I want to disconnect and isolate? And you want to just write everything that comes out. You spend 10 minutes on just this question. And when do they come up? And start to identify, and then ask the same questions. What internal conversations are causing me to wall up, right? What am I afraid of? I'm afraid of being taken advantage of. I'm afraid it could be anything that comes up. Okay, and then you want to look at what becomes available for me in my relationships when I'm willing to bring the walls down. And then the last one being, what's one specific way that I can do that? So you can create something really tangible and just create a mindfulness practice around it. Like, okay, or just set an intention of, I'm going to notice this throughout the day. Okay? Wow, you girls got this. I love this. We have women who are on the loose boundaries, rigid boundaries, and we're all learning from each other, because we can also have both as well. And the art is creating healthy boundaries, have healthy relationships. Okay? Melissa said, I am very comfortable being alone and I'm quite independent. Does that send a message or a vibe that I don't need anyone? Wow, that's a good question, baby. So here's the thing. I love being alone too. That's why I'm at this Airbnb. And we also have a whole production crew at our house. But I love being alone. And here's the thing. The vibe. Let me actually ask you, Melissa. Is there a deeper fear? Is there a fear present? Don't go with the first answer. Just sit with it. Is there a fear present of trusting a man to protect you? Is there a fear present? Because a lot of times if we identify with independence, right? If we identify with independence, we can then kind of create this invisible armor as a way to protect ourselves, to actually avoid or push away allowing a man to actually protect us, because a part of us doesn't believe that it's safe. So that's a really common one too. If you guys can relate to that, give us a 3. Let's look at Malin says, Melissa said, yeah, possibly. Okay, there we go. Good. So when you say, does it send a vibe, you want to look at, are you open? And like, you want to look at, are you open? Are you flirty? Are you willing to allow a man in? Right? Are you willing to are you showing the thoughts, emotions, and behaviors that you are the woman who is a match for that? Because the cool thing is, if you're not, and you have that awareness, once you choose to shift and do the work, all of a sudden you have your dream relationship, right? So men aren't intimidated by independence. They're intimidated by a persona of invincibility. And sometimes we can identify with independence and invincibility to actually subconsciously keep a man at bay or keep him at arm's distance and not really let him in. Okay, so your work, my love, and anyone who can relate to that, there's 3s who can relate, is to work to make a declaration or a commitment to trust that a man will protect you, to trust that you are a match for that, to trust that a man will protect and cherish and care for you. That's what you get to do. Okay. Malin says, hi, honey. She says, I was told by my ex I've been healing for more than for a year to told me no guy would ever want a strong woman like me. Well, we get to delete that statement. Isn't it crazy how some people can say things in our lifetime and then we hold on to them and they're like little like bugs or like a virus, right? So here's so my question is, Melon, what I want you to do is really choose to let that go. Really choose to let that go, what he says. And know that a man wants a strong woman, you guys. A man, they need that. They need us. Because we're in our hearts and we can also be assertive and strong. Now, what I know that men don't enjoy or want, or anyone, is if we're constantly pushing them away and we're never showing our vulnerabilities, because our vulnerabilities, our soft underbelly, our insecurities are also what connect us. Okay? So I hope that makes a difference for you. And Melon, I think you said you bought the course in module 4. Definitely bring this to module 4. When I talk about limiting beliefs, I want you to write this one out. Any beliefs that maybe came from him sharing that, okay? Let me see here. Some questions coming in on trust as well. How much FBI level research should we do before we date someone? I feel like I have to start protecting myself more from unavailable men. Okay, no FBI research. You're hilarious, Melanie. So notice if there's already this anticipation that you can't trust that you're bringing to your dating experience, because then you're going to experience that over and over again. So I'm guessing, Melanie, with that question, that there's been a history where you feel like you can actually trust men. So what my intention for anyone who can relate to that is, God, this is why you guys inside the Manifest Your Evolved Man course, this is why I give you the the heart work before I give you the practical steps. Because I know that when we do this is all easy and flowy. But if we try to go here before going here, then we get the same results over and over and over again. And that's not what I want for you guys. So really do, make a conscious commitment of letting go of any past hurt and, doing the work that allows you to let go of the idea that you can't trust and showing up. That way you're showing up and you're showing up to the dating world, trusting that there is a wonderful man who will protect you and who will cherish you and who will adore you. Because when you ladies believe that is available for you, then you're going to show up and you're going to call it into your experience. And you're also going to see it, because if you don't believe that it's possible, even when it's in front of you, you won't see it. And I want you ladies to see it, because I want you to experience that 10 out of 10, that wonderful partner. Because he is available, he is out there. And when I say do this work, it's not some crazy, insane process. No, it's this, you light a candle, you drink, make your favorite beverage, and you make it an enjoyable process, and maybe even do it with a friend. But it becomes so expansive to start to have these new awarenesses, and dating is such a cool opportunity to do it, because you have all of these people who are reflecting things to you of like, whoa, I didn't know I felt that way about that. Let's look into it. So I hope that this is making a difference for you guys. This is so beautiful. So yeah, Melanie says, absolutely so many unavailable guys in my past, and I do have a hard time imagining it. I hear you, hun. I so hear you. So notice when we're making the past the present, right? We're making the past the present. And so what you want to do is you get to let go. And I highly recommend that you do the letting go module. That's a bonus module inside the Manifest Your Evolved Man course. And that way you are in you're here now, right? Touch your thighs, hold yourself, that you come into this present moment and you learn to create something new, right? The presence is a doorway to a new future. And if we're holding on to the past, we're amplifying that possibility, or not possibility, but amplifying that experience now. We're creating the emotional state now, right? So it's so cool, because as you choose to let go, and you choose, Melanie, because if you were attracting unavailable men, any of us, right? When any of us are attracting unavailable, even friends, it's because we're comfortable there. It's because we're unavailable, right? It's because we have our heart closed off, maybe from who knows what happened. You were 6, 7, 10, 12, right? It's because it's like, I can't open up and show my heart. That's risky. But I'm here to help you guys be risky and to access your bravery, because that is where your love life lives. Okay? So, wow, look at these girls, so many questions. I'm gonna go meet Drew for brekkie. So I still get to pack up from the Airbnb. And I want to announce the challenge winner as well. And remind you guys about the course, manifestyourevolvedman.com. It's 9 modules, a bunch of bonuses. The bonuses are gonna go away soon. There's $1,000 worth of bonuses on there. What? And you get it for $97 in a 30-day money back guarantee, because I know you're gonna fall in love with it. It's like a no-brainer. And a community. So then you'll be put into a community of other women, and of Caitlin and I coaching you, of same women, along with women for the brave ladies who are continuing on to work with me, or going into the Manifest Your Evolved Man group, where we'll be really present in there to support you ladies. It's a fun group, and you'll be in there as well with ladies. We have hundreds of ladies who are going through this work, okay? So go grab it. I'd love to see you in there to help you. And not only that, but I continue to challenge you, right? I continue to give you action steps that you go out and you apply these teachings. So the letting go work, loves, I'm always giving you action steps. So you do it, and then you complete it. You do it and you complete it. So you have this sense of accomplishment, and it's supporting you. It's a stepping stones for your dating life, to attracting your dream man, so that your past no longer continues to choose for you, so that your fears no longer continue to choose for you, so that you are open and available and ready, and you are the woman who is attracting the man in the relationship that you deeply desire, right? And I'll share a quick story with you guys. When I, years ago, I was in a relationship and it was like a nightmare. I felt so alone with him, you guys. He was totally unavailable. When I would go to share my feelings, he would snap. He would like snap and he would get mad and I couldn't express myself. I just felt like suffocated. And I'll never forget, I was on my closet floor. I shut the door because I didn't want my sister to hear me crying. And I just laid there and I cried because I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, sucks. Like this so sucks. I'm in a relationship and I feel so alone, and I realized in that moment that the woman who attracts a gentle, loving, and strong, attentive, thoughtful man, she's a completely different woman than the woman who's in this relationship with this man. And I just had an epiphany and I'm like, I don't want to sit here any longer. I don't want to attract these unavailable men. I don't want this experience. I'm willing to become the woman who's available for that, who is available for that loving, thoughtful, fun, playful, generous relationship. So that's what I'm here to continue to support you women in creating. And those tools, everything that I use that supported me in creating that are all inside Manifest Your Evolved Man course. And I made it so ridiculously cheap because I don't want any woman to have a reason to not be able to do it and to go through the work. Okay, and I also give you the action steps. So I'd love to see you ladies in there. You get the bonuses this week or today as well. And you guys have a bunch of questions. Let me see. What do I claim my are you what's your name? Be Well Healing. She says, did you win the course? Did you win yesterday? So you can purchase, there's for that. Man, I just put the link in there. You can copy and paste it. And I'd love to see you guys in there. You get the access right away, which is so cool. And I'll announce the winner for Be Well. Did you win yesterday? Are you Michelle? Because Michelle won yesterday. Michelle won the course yesterday. And today I have the winner right here who won the Unlock His Devotion course. Wow! Which is all about inspiring commitment, inspiring devotion. I give you phrases. I give you, oh, Michelle, you won. Congratulations. Okay, email me, Rebecca@thebravelady.com. Email me and I will make sure you get access to your new course. Congratulations. So you guys are going to see Michelle inside there. So cool. And let me announce today's winner at Well Healing. Awesome, babe. So today who won the Unlock His Devotion course with the text, phrases, the copy and paste, a good profile versus a bad profile. I help you in online dating. I teach you all about commitment. That winner for the Unlock His Devotion course, valued at $2,000. It is Cara Ibarra. So I don't know if you're on here or not, Cara, but congratulations. Awesome. So cool. So awesome, love. Great job. Everyone. Oh, well, she said she's grateful. Yo Vivo, I don't know if there's a PayPal option on there. I don't really do a lot of the back end stuff. So you have to check, look on the page and scroll down, and it's a long page, you guys. So just scroll down to the bottom. And you can click purchase, and then it should show you on the next page if PayPal's an option or not. So I get to go. I want to answer all your questions so bad, you guys. I know I see that there's some more in there. I'm like, but I really have to go pack up and get ready to go meet Drew for breakfast. We're gonna go have breakfast at this place that just opened up, right? It's walking distance from here. So I love you guys so much. And I'm so truly grateful from the bottom of my heart to be serving you, to be supporting you, and to help you attract the relationship of your dreams, to support you in feeling love and loving someone. And it's truly an honor. And thank you for taking part and participating in this challenge, for showing up. Thank you for accessing your bravery. You guys are all being examples of what's possible. And as you access that bravery and you open your heart to love and to being loving, right? And to allowing love in, it's impacting the collective, it's impacting the planet, because each of you make a difference, because who you are makes a difference. So this work is, we can't even quantify this work. And I just want to acknowledge each of you so deeply. So thank you so much. It's truly been such an honor, and I hope I get to continue to support all of you and for us to have fun. And I will see you around, okay? I'll continue to do lives and update you, and I hope to see each of you inside the course as well. And you guys have the most amazing day, the most amazing weekend, and thank you so much. And you are welcome, everyone. You are welcome. So great to see you guys. Mwah, 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 mwah. Bye.